Let's go. Media assets. All right, I got my thing ready here. Is it live for anybody else?
Yep, we're live.
See, why does everybody else get to go live before me? Oh, there it is. All right,
Well,
and is it live for anybody else?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Liberty Base Wednesday night live podcast. Bet you didn't know it is impossible for most people to lick their own elbow. Try it. Did you know a crocodile cannot stick its tongue out? Yo, a shrimp, his heart is in his head. Hey, you're tuned into the Liberty Base Wednesday night live podcast. We're going to be with you here in a minute. If you sneeze too hard, you could fracture a rib. Yuck. Wearing headphones for just 1 hour could increase the bacteria in your ear by 700 times. In the course of an average lifetime, while sleeping, you listening right now, you might eat around 70 assorted insects. Hey, at least 10 spiders or more. Get this. Do you know some lipstick contain fish scales? Listen, you're tuned into the Liberty Base live Wednesday night. Rubber bands last longer when refrigerated. Like fingerprints, everyone's tongue print is different. There are 293. Yeah, I said 293 ways to make change for $1. Hey, congratulations that you're listening and you're tuned in to Wednesday Night Live, LibertyBaseShop.com. Let's go. The average person's left hand does 56% of typing when using the proper position of the hands on a QWERTY keyboard. Hunting and pecking does not count. Did you know a shark is the only known fish that can blink with both eyes? Weird. Hey, are you enjoying these? If you are, you keep tuning in every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for the LibertyBaseShop.com live. The longest one-syllable word in the English language are scrutined and strengthened. Some suggest that squirreled could be included, but squirrel is intended to be pronounced as two syllables. Squirrel, look. According to most dictionary, screeched and strength are two other long one-syllable words, but they only have 9 letters. Dreamt is the only English word that ends in the letters MT. That kind of blows my mind. Hey, if you're tuning in, congratulations! You know more than you just did. LibertyBaseShop.com Wednesday night live stream. Los Angeles' full name is El Pueblo de Nuestros Señora la Reina de Los Angeles de Porcelanicula. An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain. Tigers have striped skin, not just striped fur. That blows my mind. A dime has 118 ridges around the edge. A giant squid has the largest eyes in the world. LibertyBaseShop.com Wednesday night stream coming right up in 25 seconds. Most people fall asleep in 7 minutes. In many advertisements, the time displayed on a watch is 10:10. But you know what? With 10 seconds left, we're going to have a banger tonight. We have Zach Pauly and Kualana TCP. Bring them in, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another This Week in Audio, episode number 56. We've got a banger here for you. Guys, first I just want to say thank you so much. Each and every week you guys show up and support these streams. It means the world to us. Without you, this is not possible. And with that being said, welcome, Zach, aka DJ Dirty Bass, and Kualana, that I just learned I've been pronouncing his name wrong for like over a year now, and I feel horrible about. But I've just corrected it, and I feel good about myself. How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right. What's up?
Well, buddy, we're living the dream, one day at a time. Caden, how's it going, my friend?
Dude, it's going good.
Living the dream too?
You know it.
Anything exciting going on this week you need to let everybody know about?
JP should be hooked up soon.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, can we ask Rob what's going on over there?
Rob, are you having a technical difficulty?
Bro,
This is how you've been recording your audio habit.
just Blake. He's muted still. He's pulling a Blaine over there. Blaine, good job.
He's muted.
You're doing great
You're
tonight.
muted.
I think what happened to Robert, I think he turned his background off, and that's what was actually behind him there.
Sorry,
I
guys.
don't even want to know what goes on.
I don't know what that was.
Oh, my goodness. Well, listen, Caden, I'm glad to have you back this week.
Yeah.
I definitely don't like that you shaved all your facial hair off from last week.
Dude, it
I don't
was
know
getting a
what to
little itchy or something.
You got a
The
little,
razor had to come out.
yeah, food starts getting in there and stuff like that.
Yeah. Dude, it only took me, a year to grow,
Well, some people are real sentimental about their beards,
Yeah, they don't want to shave them, but, I'm the different.
Not even for a good cause. I remember that,
That's
I
what I'm
remember you
saying,
want to, yeah. Anyways.
Matter of fact, I think Jace owns your house, per Mama Petrie.
That's right, actually.
She did give up
she
the
did-
deed to the house. to
She
shave
did
your
give
hair.
up the deed to the house for that. Rob, how's it going, my friend? I mean, I don't mean to bother you if you're in the middle of something.
Stop,
I'm not in the middle of anything at all.
Okay.
I don't have a lot going on in life. Just waiting on this big build still. Counting down the days. I think we have. Don't quote me. I think we have like 57 days until TDH. So,
Is it really 57 days?
Yeah, dude. So it's starting to get down to crunch time, man.
I did not need that reminder.
I would say we got
Yeah,
about 54 more days before we start like really trying to get these things done.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start with about 20 days left. Really start working on the build.
okay.
All right, maybe 10. Maybe 10.
I'll see him
has,
the weekend of.
pretty big stuff coming for his build for TDH, and he's in crunch mode right now too.
Oh, snap. Oh,
Mhm.
snap. Blainster, what about you, my friend? What are you getting into this week? Other than not getting us our shirts. Other than that,
Yeah, I know.
other than that,
is an issue,
Listen,
obviously.
If you're gonna put me under the bus like that, I'm just gonna even say the mail didn't even want to go to Ohio where you boys are.
all right, that's it. Problem solved there.
Get outta here.
Just we'll fix that problem. No
Outta
big deal
here.
at all. You don't talk dirty about the great state of Ohio. All right, we'll bring it back in. I feel bad. All right.
Sorry.
Back.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I learned
Thank
my
you.
lesson.
All righty, guys, listen, if you're watching the stream right now, we do this every single week. At 50 viewers, we start giving stuff away. At 100, we start giving bigger things away. It does not stop. As long as those views keep going up, I give more stuff away. It's an exciting time. So if each one of you could share this post, tag your friends, hit the highlight button, get all your followers to see it, we greatly appreciate it, and everybody gets to win when we start doing cool things. So with that out of the way, let's get this bad boy started here. Zach, you,
What's
my
up?
friend, have been rebasing music for a good amount of time now.
It's been about 12 years or so now. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to throw a curveball here. What was the first song you rebased?
Oh gosh.
That's a
I'm
great
throwing
question.
I'm throwing one out there. What was the
That's a good
first
question.
Let me look. Actually, I actually have everything pulled up right now.
Oh my.
Damn, I'm gonna take it back.
I'm pretty safe to say.
The first song that I ever rebased as DJ Dirty Bass was "Habits" by Hippie Sabotage. I did it at 21 hertz and up.
Now,
was
was
the
that
first-
a request or did you just do it for fun?
The first couple packs are songs that were like popular at the time because I started. Look, I was like 14, 15 years old whenever I started DJ Dirty Bass. I was in high school, and it's just songs that was popular. And the first pack or two are songs that I just like found on YouTube or whatever back then. Just stuff that I thought was cool. I thought that would sound cool with bass in it. But before DJ Dirty Bass, I actually did a little bit of editing too, just under my regular name. And I don't have any of those files anymore. I think there's some people out there that do have them, but I don't.
Well, that's pretty neat, actually. So, out of the 12 years you've been doing this, you've probably got, I assume, and it bolted me to assume, but I've got a sick suspicion that you get constantly blown up by people on a daily basis to redo music for you.
Yeah, I did.
That it, I figured that. And
It's
so,
probably equivalent to like somebody getting in for a demo requesting a song.
Yeah.
well, yeah, right. And so I saw that you brought on Kualana. Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm screwing it up now. Like, I feel horrible.
You're close enough, my guy. I've had the name for 36 years. It's fine. I've done everything that you could think of under the sun.
So you've jumped in to do the weekly podcast with Zach, right? And now I assume that you're now, because you're affiliated with DJ Dirty Bass, I can assume that you are getting messages requests now too.
Yeah. So a lot of people hit me up thinking that I'm Dirty Bass on TikTok just because I won't shut up about Dirty Bass's music. So a lot of times it's me just throwing things his way.
Dude, that's funny.
Me and him, we met on TikTok actually because I started my account I was late to TikTok. I started my account probably like 2 years ago, and Ashlyn actually found some of his videos, and he was posted. He was already promoting my stuff before we actually got together.
I didn't even know who Zach was. I found his stuff on YouTube, no problem. And then I got a hold of a flash drive that had some of his music on it, and it just seemed to work better than most other rebasers that I would play in my truck. So I just raved about it on TikTok.
Right. But we Ashlyn found him and she was like, "Hey, this guy's promoting your music." He's posted like 12 videos promoting your music, and I'm like, "Oh, well, I'll send him a message." And so that's where we found each other at. We've been good friends since. So
that's awesome. That's great. That's really exciting to hear. So I've got some questions regarding
you right now.
Yeah, well, are they big questions or small questions?
What's that?
Are they bigger questions or like smaller questions?
Oh, there's about 5 big questions I have right about now.
Good.
Come on, catch up, buddy.
Robert's telling on himself.
I'm sorry. I'll conduct my.
Rob has been officially caught in 4K.
4K.
Waiting on the memes. I'm sure people are going to screenshot and make a couple memes.
Dude, our team shot is about to be rolling.
He's about to get nuts.
You know what would have made that background even better was your Batman mask.
Wait.
So, talking about Kualana and how he's sometimes mistaken for Dirty Bass. The reason I use Kualana is trying to get hookups on Rebase music. Like, come on, dude, I know you're my friend. I can get it for like free.
Hey, y'all can message me. I mean, y'all can message me.
Okay, so we're hearing it here first. If we message Zach directly, we're going to get exclusive deals. Perfect.
That's not what I said.
Well, that's not how I took it. Okay.
Now, Zach, you have an app available as well, right?
I do. Yes. It's not really like a branded app like Rusticles has, but it's the free app through Wix.
Nice.
But what I use that for, whenever I post a new edit, it'll send you a notification to your phone. But you can actually go into the website and you can download my stuff with your subscription. And our subscriptions start at $10 a month for the gold package. And I upload new songs literally every single day. So
sounds like a deal.
When are we getting a true dedicated app?
I'm not a programmer, and actually having somebody to do it is really expensive. So, it just depends on how the money comes in. If I save up enough to get it done, I might get it done someday. But not really for the foreseeable future right now. So,
I mean,
maybe
most
someday,
people
though.
use flash drives anyways, right? I mean, he does make it super easy to be able to like upload your own flash drives from the website too. So,
But I'm just going to tell you right now, if I just log into my phone, go to my saved file into my phone where I can just start playing music, whew, it doesn't get much better than that. And somebody steals your USBs, it shows.
Oh,
So, I mean, and I'm speaking from experience, so it is nice to have it all on your phone. And now, granted, I will say I do prefer USB because of filming purposes and stuff like that, but it is nice to have it all on your phone.
So
if
there's
you have
some
an
good
iPhone
questions.
like me, you can download it to your files on the iPhone itself. I don't know how Android works, but I save it to my files and I play from the phone.
So we got a good question here in the comments from Queen Kong to Zach. She's wanting to know, what is the most difficult thing to you about rebasing?
What for me? I mean, I've been doing it for so long. It's like riding a bike for me. I can tell you the most difficult type of songs to do is like older country and stuff, because the beats are most older country was recorded live, so like the drum beats or the guitar picks or whatever, they're not consistent. So it's kind of hard to do those, but I don't really. It's not really hard, for me because like I said, I've been doing it for so long, and over the years, I've kind of perfected, my method of doing things. So for me, I mean, there's not really a hard part about it.
What is your favorite type of music to rebase?
Well,
any Taylor Swift song, any one of them.
They're not hard. But I like a little bit different type of music than what most people do. Me and my wife kind of like the same thing. I think I sent you a list of her wifey pack 2. That's the kind of stuff that I like as well.
Hey, do you have that available?
Here it is.
It's got some Ghost Main on it. Some kind of the grungy type, death metal type rock. That's what I like.
Okay.
Zoom in.
the wifey pack.
I cannot zoom in. Do not ask.
I was going to ask you.
Rip.
So,
Shaker.
there's going to be a ton of questions in here from the guests, so I'm going to make sure to keep these sidelined here for us. Where did my thing go? There we go. And I'll make sure to come back to him because my next question to you is, what sets a normal song apart from a rebase song? How much are you messing with the song to make it different?
Well, but the main thing that I do is I completely remove the bass from the original bass from the song, because most of the time there's peaks and dips that modern subwoofer or like high excursion subwoofer systems don't like. A lot of songs from the studio are already clipped, sometimes 4 to 5 decibels above clipping. Seriously, I will pull a song in from. I rip my songs from sites that have clean audio files, but I'll pull the song in, and a lot of the newer rap that's out today, a lot of the stuff that has heavy bass lines is usually at least 3 decibels above clipping. So what I do is I'll clean that up. I'll lower the levels, and whenever I put my bass in, it's all set perfectly to -5. So whenever you play it on your expensive high power subwoofer system, it's going to be right at that level. You don't have to worry about your bass knob. You don't have to worry about your gains. As long as you have everything set to play rebase music, you're going to be solid. So that's my biggest selling point, for rebase music.
I'm definitely guilty of having a couple of USBs in my car. Most definitely, I like them. The song select, the way that the files are set up, real simple, because when I'm doing it down, I'm sitting there searching, you have them filed pretty good to where you know exactly what you want to play for who, the wind, you want to choke them out a little bit.
Right.
It's laid out pretty good.
Let's say I did that because I had people asking, like, I want to be able to play my frequency. I had people asking me at shows, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just make a folder for every frequency. And it took me a while to get it separated because I have so many songs, but I got it all separated, and there on my flash drive, there's a folder called Separated by Frequency, and it's got a folder for every single frequency from 15 to 40 hertz, and that goes by the lowest frequency that's in the song. So whatever you play, there's a folder for you. If you play below 15, there's a folder for below 15, and if you play above 40, there's a folder for above 40. Which most of my stuff is in the 20s. So
I really appreciate that you don't have like really long intros or cringy intros, like straight to
on
the point.
every song the same one.
Well, you guys don't know this.
I know all the songs. I go to a show and I know when it's a DJ DB edit, even without an intro, just because it's a different list of songs like that most rebasers have.
Well, when Liberty Bass invest into DJ Dirty Bass, the intro will be libertybassshop.com, and then it'll go right into the track.
Just a quick short one. Like,
just bam.
I think it's DJ Siren has a really short, quick one. Gotti, was it or Got 160s is real short. I can appreciate those. Just get your name out there, but
it's like a little call tag. This is a great question.
I tried to get Zach to make an intro. He won't do it. I've tried.
Yeah,
there's one song that I've done with an intro, and whenever I posted that, everybody was like, "No, don't start doing that. Don't start doing that." And I was like, "All right, noted."
Noted. So here's a great question: is there any special tuning to amps needed to be done to play rebase music? So if I've got a 212s in my trunk right now, I'm starting to get into the going to shows and stuff like that. I see people playing rebase music. Do I need to adjust my system in any way, shape, or form to play rebase music, or am I good to go?
Yeah, so if you're going to be playing rebase music, once you start playing rebase music, you pretty much stick with it because, I mean, it's made for car stereo system. It's made for heavier bass. So once you start using it, you're going to love it. But like I said, my edits are -5. They're set at -5 dB. So what you're going to do for your bass amps, you'll take a -5 40 hertz test tone, which you can find on my website, or it's on every flash drive that I sell, the 64s and the 8 gigabytes, I'll have it. But use the 40 hertz test tone at -5. Set your gain, to clipping like you would with a 0 dB or with a -10 dB or whatever you use. But yeah, -5 decibels. Set your gains, and then you should be good to go.
Interesting. So that is a fantastic question. I want to throw this in here real quick. Guys, we are sitting at 48 viewers right now. 48. We've not broken 50 yet. What I need you guys to do is tag your friends. If you really need to, you tag your mom's sister's nephew, cousin, aunt, Teresa. Get them in here. Bring everybody in. It's a great time. We're asking a lot of fantastic questions. And the more people that are in the stream, the more fun we have in general. And we start giving stuff away. The more the merrier. Use that @highlight button. When you share it @highlight or @followers, it's another good way to get people in here.
And a good way to lose a lot of friends too, because then they're
cleans
just like
out.
Anybody, you can actually literally, tell the real ones just at highlight, and
you just get rid of the closet haters by doing that. Okay.
Yes. Sir.
So Sean's got a good question here. Do you guys think it sounds better through USB rather than streaming it through the phone? My personal answer is 100% USB all the way.
I actually have some technical input on that. With the way that Bluetooth is now, how advanced technology is, you're not going to hear a difference. But think about it this way. If you get like a text or a notification on your phone, it's going to drop that audio signal. So I would say USB, yes.
So from experience tuning my systems, I've tried tuning using a Bluetooth signal with a 40 hertz tone, and I've tried also doing it with the USB. The USB is the only thing that remains consistent.
Yeah.
The actual signal. So like it may be showing 112 volts while I'm setting my gain. If I do the same volume, same tone, everything, but on Bluetooth, it'll literally be jumping around. It's like 112, 114, 117. It never stays steady. So
I've seen the same thing by 10Ks.
If you're shooting for like strictly SPL and you need every little decimal tenth on the meter, I would definitely say make sure you tune using a USB and burp using a USB.
Yeah. If you're trying to go for numbers, definitely USB.
But I've heard that newer Bluetooth signals out there, I guess, or different types of Bluetooth signals are starting to, I guess, make really big advancements to where the tone is really clean and consistent. like some of the newer
Well, I
DSPs.
got that 12-channel DSP from Down for Sound, and it's got the latest and greatest whatever Bluetooth technologies available in it. I've played around with it. I haven't really set games with it yet, but the audio still sounds pretty good. Like I can't tell the difference between my USB and Bluetooth.
I actually just got 2 of the new Down for Sound DSPs shipped out to me from Jace at Liberty Base yesterday. So and it was because of you. You're the one that convinced me to go for it.
Dude, I get a lot of people ask me why I went with it, and to be honest, I watched a lot of videos on it, and for what you get for the price wise, I don't think you can beat it.
It's solid. It really is solid.
Yeah.
If we had 3 more dudes in here, we could play Hollywood Squares or something.
Hey, I did have Marilyn did reach out to me last week, or maybe it was the week before that, and said we need to do trivia night. And I think that is a fantastic idea, and we do need to make it happen. I don't know if you bring guests in, if it's just us, and we do like a game show kind of thing, but I think
I want to be the operator of the game show.
Like, what type of topic are we talking? Is it car audio related, or is it something else?
I think it should be everything. I think it should be car audio related. Then I think we should do another. If it does go, we should do one that's just normal, everyday stuff. Yeah, see, dude, everybody's saying trivia would be fun.
What about us versus the viewers? Like, in a way, you know what I mean?
You know what would be cool if we did a what do they call those? The roast of, like the roast of Tom Brady, the roast of whoever. Just have guests come on and we just all
I
roast
can't
them.
emotionally take getting slayed anymore, bro.
I forgot what community we all played.
That's why Kualana's here. He don't realize it, but he's here for us to roast him tonight.
Kualana right here. This guy right here. Kualana.
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you guys. We would all be canceled. The roast would be too insane, and it'd be bad.
I call it now. There's going to be a lot of spam and pineapple jokes in my roast. That's for sure.
So we got thinking of it.
So we've got some good questions.
Holly Weird Squares.
Holly Weird Squares.
Sorry.
So another great question came in from Ricky. He said, "What do you think about rebase music in general on YouTube?"
I wouldn't stream it because YouTube destroys audio quality just across the board.
I'd actually like to bring out one individual in particular. My father, my wonderful father. Oh man, he rocked 2 ZV5 10s in his truck, stock Bose door speakers. That he played every rebase song you could imagine. He said, "Shut your face," and has a typo down there. And that's nice. That's real nice, Pops. Anyways, this guy's playing, he's playing Tupac, Biggie, Drake collabs that are not a thing, but somebody edited together that's got bass boost max. And dude, he is jamming out. And I told him one day, I was like, dude, you're gonna blow your speakers, dude. I'm just gonna tell you that. Yeah. He goes, no, man, I don't turn up that loud. Dude, I got into his truck about a week or two later, turned on the USB and was just listening to a podcast, and the right door speakers. And I'm like, dude, I called him and I was like, bro, your door speaker. He's like, I don't want to talk about it, dude. I don't want to talk about it. So, anyways, I am of the opinion, do not play rebase music from an untrusted source. Put it that way.
I wouldn't play any music from YouTube on any of my systems.
Really?
Because seriously, I used to pull music from YouTube a long time ago, in the first pack or two. But I mean, like I said before, anything from the recording studios, most of the time is clipped already, and YouTube does not help that at all. It's not good.
It's never any good. No, it's never any good. So here's my next question. No app yet. We're not pursuing that avenue just yet. We're selling a lot of USBs, things like that. And I know that you said that at your website, DJ Dirty Bass, you are now selling audio equipment. Yep. So with that being said, where do you see yourself in 10 years in the audio community? What do you want to do?
Well, in 10 years, hopefully, I'm a dealer for more brands. I'm actually reaching out to more brands this year. I would like to be at JP's level. I mean that's a hard thing to do, but with work and determination, it's possible. It just takes work. You got to put your time into it. You got to have good customer service, which you can ask anybody. I have good customer service. I'm actually hand delivering my first amp that I've sold on the website tomorrow. So
that's exciting. What'd you sell?
Ruthless 10K.
Nice, congratulations.
So I'll be hand delivering that because the guy luckily was close enough to me so that I can do that. But 10 years, I'd like to be at JP's level, but it depends on how I market, how things go. But
dude, it's you got to fail your way to success.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Taking this journey, there has been failures. I mean, there's going to be failures in any business journey, no matter what. And you just got to roll with the punches, man, and get back up. And that's just part of the game. You just got to keep going.
So you definitely see yourself phasing out of rebasing music at some point.
Eventually, yes. Right now, it's not going to be something feasible that I could do, but eventually, I would like to, transition into selling audio equipment. Yeah.
Now, will you train somebody else to do that, or is it a?
Whenever I officially quit, I might show people how to do it, but not anytime soon. But
as of right now, we're keeping her lock and key, baby, and this is it.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of an app. I really do. I like Bluetooth stuff. I'm just going to keep throwing that out there to you till it's
all right. Quit lying. You play one song all year.
Well, maybe if I had an app that worked, I'd play a different song. Okay. Yeah. But
if you need music, you know where to get it. I mean,
yeah, you do it so often. Somebody mentioned it, I think, the other day.
He'll be your easiest customer. He's like, I just want one song, please. That's all I'm gonna play.
Hey, can you just fine tune this one song for me? I play it all the time, and I just need to change it up just a little bit.
I'm glad that you bring that up, Jace, because now I'm curious. Kualana, how many songs do you typically have on rotation when you're at a show?
I probably have at least, I know for sure out of each one of my packs, it's at least 5 per a pack. So 10 songs total that I usually cycle through.
That you just know that's the songs that your system does well with?
So much that I know exactly at what point of the song that I can crank that bass knob to give it that, that wow factor with the system. And I know the song so well that I don't even really got to pay attention. It's like second nature by that time.
Dude, that is huge. That's huge. I always get critiqued for it, but I'm going to tell you right now, when you are talking, you are filming, you are just being yourself at these shows, and you're just doing your thing, just being able to hear in the corner of your ear where you're at in the song, because you've played it so many times and know it like the back of your hand. It's just clockwork. You know when to turn it, when to shut it off, when the best time to crank into it just a little bit more.
You got to have a couple more than just one in your repertoire.
No, listen. I'm telling you, he's right, because I could tell you exactly what part of the song he was in, and I'm across from him.
See, exactly.
I know when to crank it.
Listen, I'll play Instagram models, Sound the Silence.
No, you only play Instagram models. Stop going down
that is cap. If you go to my YouTube channel, it says otherwise.
Last year doesn't count.
2 years ago, I didn't have Instagram models 2 years ago. Thank you very much. But I'm so on board with like 4 or 5 songs. Rip it. Don't need any other ones.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we're starting at 2, maybe 4 for you. We have 2.
There's nothing wrong with that. 50 viewers, by the way.
Right? Like everybody's system plays a certain song a certain way that sounds the best in that vehicle. So you gotta learn it.
Hey, I already know. I know one of. Actually, I might know all 3 of Tyler's songs, but the number 1 song that Tyler's playing in his build is "Major" by Dolph. Like that's his go-to always. That maybe a little bit of KDP.
I was just about to say, little KDP.
Yeah, he likes some KDP in there for sure.
Some Dark Horse.
I think Dark Horse is one.
That is actually Robert's favorite song. Dark Horse. That is his favorite.
No, I like, dude. Personally, if I'm not listening, because I grew up listening to like Jeezy and Gucci. If I'm not listening to those 2, I like newer like drill rap. Like I like listening to rap where I know the dude that's actually like rapping has done the stuff that he's rapping about. If he says he's killed people, I want to believe he's really killed people. Like I want to see news stories about him killing people.
Well, you can say
And then
whatever
you
you
got
want.
me. I'm over here playing gummy bear for everybody.
Rob, you can tell me whatever you want, but we have got some information here real recently and some visual evidence that says Katy Perry Dark Horses is probably the song you lean towards, but that's besides the point.
Where did you get that information?
I just have to make an assumption every once in a while.
Okay.
Got to make an assumption. You know, people are full of assumptions, and I just figured I'd join in and make them too. So
Is that a callback case?
There's
it's
nothing
definitely
wrong with being a Katy Perry fan.
no, there's
She's
not.
more talent than Taylor Swift, and she looks better.
Oh my God, we're starting a debate here. Oh my
I
God.
think that's cap.
Hey,
This
I
is-
think that's cap.
hold on. Here, I got to ask you guys now because my wife brought this up to me. On a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive do you think Taylor Swift is? And be honest when you say this.
I'm
What,
gonna be real.
10
I
being,
probably
10
can't
being
even.
the 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
Yes.
I don't even know what Katy Perry looks
Why?
like.
No, Taylor Swift. Not
I don't know what
Taylor
she
All
looks
right.
like either.
All right, I'm gonna go 7.5.
Okay, that's fair.
Mao is
Dude,
about
we're
a
6 dudes
frickin'
talking about Taylor Swift, Rob.
Listen, Taylor
Keep
Swift,
that at your house.
she's
Zero,
a millionaire, possibly a billionaire. That makes her much more attractive for sure.
Oh,
But
we
she's
want to talk
not-
about money? Oh, she's my
She
sugar
has
mama.
no tone to her, like there's no curve to her body at all. It's just she's too
You
skinny.
get a toothpick with that deal.
Yeah, and to me, you gotta have something, dude. And I'm sure her personality is probably great, but she
You get a lot of
no,
fries in the
to
cup.
me, she's not that attractive. Like even in the face, she's a pretty girl, but she
You know who she looks like? I'll ruin this for everybody. She looks like John Heater from what is that movie, Napoleon Dynamite. Put a wig on Napoleon. That's Taylor Swift.
Bro, I'm getting like everybody is saying 5.
see, it's not just me, dude. Like
Where are you putting
No.
Katy Perry at?
No, if you really want to get Jace
she's
going,
not.
no, you get Jace
That-
going. You talk about Heidi from Kill Tony.
Dude, 10. 10.
The bar girl, the one with
Yes,
that comes out
yes.
the time.
Yes.
Me and Jace were going up somewhere,
Yellow
and we were
rose.
watching that podcast and mid-drive, and Tony's like, "Clap for Heidi!" And you see Jace over there in the seat. Like
Yeah,
this.
both hands come off the steering wheel.
Oh.
Oh, good times. Oh, goodness. Everybody's
I'm
saying
sure-
8 for Katy. What the heck?
Well, Katy Perry for sure. I mean, she's
Are we
got some
talking about Katy, like
features.
younger Katy or older Katy? Like,
Well,
Hey,
Carrie
Carrie,
Small.
Grandpa is speaking facts right now. Jennifer Aniston, 11.
11.
I don't care if it was 90s Friends Aniston or today's 2025 Aniston.
She looks
It's the
better
same
today.
number.
She looks better today, I think.
It's the same number all the way across the board.
Joking.
Audio turned into a dating show. Here
I
we
am
go.
not going to lie to you guys.
I know. Thank you,
this,
Caden.
This is the only podcast you're going
Rob,
to come
turn the
to
background on.
where we go from talking about rebasing music, what's going on in audio today, to on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is Taylor Swift?
Who wants
Well-
stickers? Let's give stickers away.
Oh boy, I got
That
another
wheel
one
going.
on you
Everybody like
that I'm gonna
share.
throw you guys all off for with.
Why,
but,
okay, listen, we're going to pause the audio conversation. Caden is going to get the wheel going here. So right now, if you guys are watching, tag your friends. 1 share gets you an entry, and 1 like gets you an entry. And there are multiple streams going on. You've got mine, you've got Rob's, you've got Blaine's, you've got Caden's, you've got LibertyBaseShop.com's, you've got X Boomin'. I think Mini Trucker is on.
Yes,
I know
he
he's on
is.
YouTube. You can go there. Like all these places are gonna get you entries. Gotta
Focus.
start liking the streams.
Let's go. Go.
Now, while we're
I
waiting
got
for the
5
wheel to be
minutes going.
finished,
I got
Okay.
5 minutes before the wheel.
we've got 5 minutes. What else are we diving into before we get back into audio talk?
Can I ask a question that I've always been curious?
Please go for it, Blaine.
I want to talk to Kualana over here.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
What's up,
all right.
Nick?
You're from the Pacific Northwest. You're from Hawaii, correct?
He's looking at.
That's not the Pacific Northwest, but yes, I'm from Hawaii, and I did live in the Pacific Northwest for a little while.
Hey, could you guys show some respect to one another? Like actually look at each other when
You
you're
want to
talking.
look at each other? All right, we'll look at each other.
Now this
Oh,
is better. Now this
Is this
feels
better?
good. Yes, this is
All right.
way better.
So listen, how was the scene over there? Because obviously it's not on the mainland as I believe Hawaiians call it. What was like your first system, and how easy was it to acquire what you wanted to be where you are today? If that makes any kind of sense.
No, that makes sense. So like my first system was 2 Rockford Fosgate P110s.
Ooh.
And I had it on a Sony Explo 1200 watt amp.
Man, a
It was in
culture.
a Nissan Sentra GXE, and I thought I was the hottest thing to touch the bass game, dude, when I put that in my car. And then, as far as access for audio equipment, it wasn't what it is like up here. We have very limited access out there. It's mostly just car audio shops, so you get your typical JL, your Pioneers, your Kickers. As of recently, when I went back to visit recently, there's an explosion in the car audio scene out there. There's a brand out there called Quad Fathers that's locally owned and ran by a guy named Bill, and they're doing big things out there, man. I was really surprised to see how far Hawaii's progressed. We're usually a little bit behind what you would call the mainland up here, just by a few years. So it was really cool to see big audio builds out there.
We actually just sold 2. We sold a Resilient Sounds 18 or 15. I don't remember if it was an 18 or a 15. Subwoofer box to Hawaii, and then like 3 days later, somebody bought a dual ZV6 12 box in Hawaii, which was like insane because I was like, "Holy crap, that's not common." So that was really really neat to see.
Yeah, when I went out there, they were really nice. In Hawaii, we have what they call the Aloha Spirit. We all just kind of welcome everybody. We're all really super nice to everyone. And they were very welcoming. And when one of my friends knew I was there, he called every bass head that they possibly could think of. And we all met at Home Depot, and I got demos for hours. We were out there partying, hanging out. I failed to post some of the videos. I still need to go and post them. But stay tuned for that. I'll post some of the videos from Hawaii. You guys will see some of the builds.
That is awesome. That is really awesome. I want to give a shout out here. We've got a Alan Kapletsky just ordered a B2 Audio 2-inch RCA Car Hobby Enthusiast subwoofer off of Liberty Bass. Huge shout out to Alan.
I'll send you my address, Alan. Good job, brother. Your boy was looking for a couple of those. I want a handout.
I got one and pair, so you can send one this way too.
See?
So, Zach, what was your first? Let's not say your first system. What was your first big system? Let's just say that.
My first system was 2 Lanzar OptiDrive 12s and a prefab box. That I got like really cheap. What do you consider a big system though?
Anything that's bigger than your normal Best Buy purchase that you see people getting in their cars.
Best Buy.
Okay, well, my second system was 2 18s.
Okay, that's a big build.
But I guess my first like really big system, I had an Astro van that I built for 8 18s. I ended up putting 4 in there before I like switched it up, and then I did a infinite baffle flat wall with 6. What were they? American based HD 18s on. Okay. I think I had a Teramps MD 8K on it, and it was pretty loud. I mean, it was loud for an infinite baffle anyway. It did a 153, and it would play down to like 12 hertz. That was my first like super big system. The loudest system currently I've ever built was my F-150 that I had last year. Engine blew up in it, but I had 4 XB215s on 2 JP43s at half ohm, and it did a 155 at 32 hertz.
Great combination. Great sub, great amp combo. Yep. I don't mean to interrupt, but I got to give this guy a shout out right here. Daniel is in the comments right now. Just bought 2 Jester 18s off the website yesterday from Audio Ace, and is going to get loud with them. Absolutely awesome guy. Talked to him on the phone. Super grateful to have you here watching the stream, man. Thank you so much for supporting not only the show, but the website as well, too. We really appreciate that.
And I'll tell you what, those were my picks for our build that we did, were those Jester subs from Audio Ace.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Starboy over here.
Dinner.
Dude, mine was definitely the most unique, and I don't want to hear crap from anyone, okay?
Unique isn't loud.
All right? I don't care. Okay, where are we at with that timer?
I'm making a wheel right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, snap.
Probably like 3 names on it.
It's me, and me.
My mother-in-law, the wife, and the kid probably.
So Zach, I know last night you talked about it on your podcast a little bit, but what is the schedule looking like this year as far as big shows you're trying to go to?
Well, we always hit Sundown. Let's see. We always hit Wake the Dead. We're trying to go, to like some more shows out west. So we'll probably go to Texas Heat Wave. Just the most of the big shows that everybody usually goes to. If Slam ever posts where they're going to be at, we'll go to Slam.
Liberty Base Showdown 2, you're going to get that one on your list?
Yes, I will be at Liberty Base Showdown. That's one that I wanted to go to last year, but it didn't work out. So yeah, this year we will be going to that. Once you get all the information, send that to me.
I will.
I would like
finalizing the location.
Do you have a passport?
I do. Yeah.
So we're all going to Canada. It sounds like fantastic. Our boy Jay Jones puts on a killer show up in Canada, and I think the U.S. boys need to go show up, show out.
Me and Ashlyn actually talked about going to that. The Car Audio Direct show, we talked about going to that one.
Well, if you're talking about it, we're not doing it. We got to do it, baby. I'm going to get you fired up just like Rob over here, okay?
I got to go, but I want to go.
Get some of those Queen Victorias in your
Maryland. The location possibly is changing. It's not set in stone yet until I get all the information locked in. But if it is changing, it will probably be closer to you guys, actually, up in the middle part of the state.
Maryland, we go. I'm taking my bill.
Yeah, if we're going to Canada, we drive.
So, so Liberty Base will still be in Ohio then, right?
Yes, 100%. Yep.
Yeah, it's just down the road for me, so I'll definitely be going.
It should be up here in Swansea, New Hampshire.
All right, listen, I'm just going to give you this a little dry run real quick. Car audio trivia. I asked ChatGPT to generate a show for me. And here's one of the first questions. What is the standard speaker size for most car doors?
6.5.
6.5.
I'd say 5.25.
I say 5.25.
Okay, so now this is where we have to figure this out. We need a buzzer, right? And you get points if you get it right. You know what I mean? We gotta get a system going here. But Zach would have been right at 6.5, and he would have been the first person to answer.
So instead of a buzzer, it just goes in order, and we each get asked a question. And then if we don't know it, it goes to the next person to ask.
It's like the weakest link.
Question. Yeah.
But
that's the easiest, probably.
Yeah, but then there's going to be like process of elimination. When it gets to Blaine, he's going to be like, bruh, this is easy. Everybody else is wrong.
He'll just kick me off stage anyway. Listen, you guys are already wrong. You called it a roundabout.
Here's a real one. What does this actually might be fun? What does RMS stand for in car audio?
Root mean squared.
Boom. Rob clearly didn't know that. Neither did Blaine. Neither did Katie. Neither did I.
Not enough power.
Not enough power. Because I ignore that shit. Nobody cares.
Hey, Rob, what's 2,500 for my 10K? I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, I look for max wattage. Just what I'm looking for, baby. Sell me that fake dream.
What's the max coil temp I can get to? That's usually what I like to know.
We got our wheel. Blaine, are we doing a sticker pack here? Is that what we want to do? You want to do Liberty Base, or do you want to do a Liberty Base?
What's the chances of getting 75 in here for a shirt?
Well, we're sitting right now at 50. We'd have to start pushing.
No, they would have to start pushing and sharing. Let's spin that wheel. Let's go for a sticker pack. We're gonna get 2 YouTube mini trucker stickers and 2 noise complaint stickers.
Boom! Spin that thing.
Man.
We need to come up with some juicy content to get the viewers going. You know what I mean? To get them in here.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have one new little fan right now.
Boom!
I got one new fan, Jameson. He's rocking a Mini Trucker 88 shirt. I just want to give him some love. He's a bass head who did a 160 and a power wheel. What do you think about that?
That's badass.
Yeah. Blaine hasn't pulled his power wheel out to ruin the kids' dreams yet, so.
Absolutely ruin them.
All right, here's one of the second one.
Well, are we doing 2 or do we doing 2 spins?
Yeah. Oh, he's just spending my stickers.
I was about to say. Oh, Stuart got robbed right there. Ryan.
There we
Naylor.
go. Hey,
All
Ryan,
right, brother,
that one's
Ryan,
on me.
if you're in here, reach out to me, man.
Let's go.
All right. Now we are at
And
50
if-
viewers on the dot. We need 25 more viewers, and we're going to give away a Liberty Base T-shirt. We'll do a mini trucker shirt, and rumor has it that X Movement's coming out with a shirt too. We might be able to sneak one of those in if we get
For real,
lucky.
dude?
So I have a
I
scenario.
love you, Blaine. I love you, Blaine. That
Oh,
wasn't a
dude,
miss.
here,
He
you
looked.
come out in shirt?
I mean, he looked right up on cue.
Dude,
I had to sit here and try
he's
to
too
figure out
good
which
with
way
it.
I'm pointing, and you just really, dude, like
Well, I
that
got
was
Rob
beautiful.
over here.
That was
So-
beautiful.
You.
I got a scenario-based question that the chat needs to help answer, but
Okay.
I'm curious. This is for Kualana first, but you guys can chime in too. Here's the scenario. You were on the 50-yard line of a football field. You're armed with a metal baseball bat.
Okay.
How many 10-year-old boys would it take to overwhelm you before you could not take out any more of them with that baseball bat?
Rob, are you feeling all right?
This is a weird freaking
These
opinion.
are the kind of questions
Jace,
that you start
Jace,
asking.
I said
when you're
Ohio
deployed.
sucks, and you put me backstage. He's running around whacking 10-year-olds with a baseball bat.
Wait, so I have a serious counter question. I grew up in Hawaii. Are we talking 10-year-old like mainland kids, or are we talking 10-year-old Samoans in Hawaii?
I'm so
'Cause
lost.
that's
I
a
don't know
different
if I
number.
want to be part of this.
They're
I
gonna
think-
be these cultures, dude. They're all different backgrounds, dude. You know, America, we got different cultures, different ethnicities. Some are gonna be some chubbier ones that are slower. Some are gonna be skinny and really fast.
Some are going to be Amish and built like tanks. So I
But
mean,
you know, I gave you a whole football field so you can hit a couple and then run, hit a couple and then run. How many is it gonna take before you're overwhelmed, though? This is important stuff, man.
Yep,
Dude,
and
that's-
Rob is canceled. That's it.
These are the kind of conversations that we have
have.
when you're in the Middle East and you don't have anything else to do.
Rob is
Come
definitely
up with
on the list.
scenario-based questions. And I kept it tame by saying children. I could have said little.
No,
You
don't
could
say it.
have, but we're not
Don't
going to
say
say it. Okay, good. I will say that since this conversation has been brought up, we're now at 53 viewers, so it is working.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The
It-
people want to know.
It is
And with that
working.
comments
People
coming
want
in,
to know.
Tyler Moore says he's taking out at least 30 of them.
That's the most diabolical thing I've heard in a long time.
That's tame. That's tame.
I honestly,
I don't want to know what's not tame then.
Yeah,
And
it,
This is the public conversations Rob has. Imagine the private.
Jay says depends on how fast they're coming at you. I agree.
that is a valuable question to ask, and I do think it warrants an answer. What is the answer? Are they full speed? Are they jogging? What's the deal here?
We're
Dude,
talking World War Z zombie kids, or
Okay,
we're talking
here's-
like
Yeah, are they crawling over each other, or is
I've had
it
this
a?
conversation a lot with a lot of different people from all over, and
Wow.
it
I
seems like
pulled
it always
from
comes
multiple
back to this.
sources. I have definitely done my research.
It comes up to this. I feel like after you crack one of them in the head really hard with a bat, it's going to send a message. The rest of them are not going to come at you with that same fight in their heart after they see one of their buddies go down.
It's kind of like during the Civil War and stuff like that when the cannons started going off. It was a definite morale.
Dude, you see the guy next to you have his head taken off, and you're just standing there. Yeah, I'd be a deserter. I'd be out of there.
Hey, listen. Here's a great question, and it does need an answer from everyone. How many looks does it really take to get the center of a Tootsie Roll lollipop?
None. I got the dog in me.
You just gonna bite that thing.
I'm taking that Tootsie Roll and I'm leaving. All
He's
right?
getting to that chocolate
Know
so
that.
fast, dog.
You just blew my mind, Rob. No pun intended. But
the witty
I'm like,
quick
whoa.
answer.
Rob spent too much time in a foxhole. Yes, he did.
No, I can't say that. I've spent too much time sitting at a desk with no windows in my office, and a lot of weird conversations come up.
I don't want to know what actually comes. We should probably get back to audio eventually because I don't know where we're going.
Hey,
So,
listen, I got a
alright.
question. Can I ask? Can I bring up a quick topic?
Wait, does this
You can
involve
ask the
10-year-olds and a baseball bat or no?
No.
Okay, then please bring it up.
No, listen, it's gonna kind of like reel us back in.
Okay.
All right, now listen.
This
All
should be
right.
interesting.
If you had the ability, all right, and you had extra income, all right,
Yeah.
keep that in mind right now. Would you rather send a build to somebody with knowledge and you know that the percentage of it coming out 100% great with their stamp on it. All right, but it's going to cost more. Or which would be considered the bought, or would you rather risk it cheaper to do it yourself for gratification and possibly have it flop?
I feel like if money's not an issue, I would have somebody like Jakar, for example, build it because they do beautiful work and they've not had a flop. But I mean,
That's debatable. That's debatable.
That is
See,
not
this
debatable.
is what I'm talking about.
I don't like the whole built not bought thing because these people, it's their business. That's how they make their money to build these things. And if you have the money and you don't have the time to put into something like that, you might as well pay somebody else to do it if you have the ability to do that.
Why don't people rebase their own music? I mean, you didn't know how to build a stereo, so you didn't know how to build a 6.5 order folded wall. You know what I mean? You just went off of somebody else's drawings. Why not? You didn't know what you were doing then. Why not go and rebase your own music? I mean, if that's what we're getting at here, why didn't you build your own subwoofers?
Right.
Here's my honest opinion. That's a little bit more serious than that one.
Right.
If there's additional money coming in, mo money, mo problems. Biggie said it best. Okay.
Right.
And I can honestly tell you from personal experience right now what I'm going through. I got a Patriot out in my garage that I am working on redoing the entire inside, cleaning it up, fixing up some mistakes I've made in the past. And the amount of time that I was able to spend on it in the past 2 weeks pales in comparison to what I was doing when I first bought the Patriot 2 years ago and how much time I could dedicate. When you get busier and busier and busier, those kind of things become a little bit more challenging. And while I still am of the opinion, I want to do as much work that I can do to it because it's what my actual passion is. At some point, to maintain this level of a build, to be able to keep it up to this caliber, there's just not enough time in my day to make that happen. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with paying to have somebody work on your build or doing it for you.
I agree with you. Because I'm not very knowledgeable. It's no secret. You know what I mean? As far as when it comes to, all the cubes for this and that and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm humble enough to say that, but along with, I'd rather have somebody who's known for their construction of an enclosure and have their stamp, and not only that, a lot of people who follow that come along with that stamp. If you have a reputable builder building your enclosure, it's going to get the attention as soon as it comes out because people are expecting it because they know what that person's capable of doing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in the way of if I could pay somebody to build my build, I would, and I have recently. So I'm not knowledgeable enough to do it myself. My favorite part though is the electricity and running the wires, tuning the amplifiers, doing the beautification work of it later on. So I would pay somebody to build it, but I would want to do the finalizations of everything, the paint.
Well, that's what we did with the Patriot. Exactly what you said. And the Patriot to me is something I kind of would like to see more people do in the audio industry as it continues to grow, because we see it with the car community right now. You find a junkyard, you find a little beater, and you bring it back to life. You find that barn find, right? The Patriot to me was a barn find. I went to one show, it was there. That build went to another show, and then it went MIA for almost 2 years. And it was sitting in a building, rotting away to nothing. We got it, brought it back to life, did some crazy modifications that even the owner said he didn't think was possible. And we put our own touch to it. There's nothing wrong with that. And to this day, we still get snide comments like, oh, well, that's just a Jakar build. You didn't build it. Guess what? I don't care. When I play 15 hertz and it's making my wig blow off or whatever hair I did have, it's a blast. When I see 12-year-old kids get in and out of this thing and they're smiling, winning, job accomplished.
Yep.
So
Didn't matter.
I have a couple takes on this because I've built my own before. I've bought builds that were already complete, and I'm also in the process of paying someone to build a build for me for the first time ever. Like they're doing pretty much 99.9% of it. Josh Kingsmore, Powerhouse Customs.
Robert's
But
Shameless plug.
Shout out,
there
brother.
is a sense of accomplishment from building it yourself and doing the work yourself for sure. But you also got to ask yourself, what is your skill set? Like for the time that I could put into my build, what kind of product am I going to get from that time versus me having Josh do it and me just throwing money at it? I will say it's driving me crazy having him do it because I'm used to going out in the garage and just tinkering with it and messing with it, doing small stuff each and every day. So that part of it does suck. But you had mentioned, you would go with somebody like Jakar if you had the money and you were just wanting to have like an amazing build. And I said, not always the case. And what I meant by that is just because they're a great builder, sometimes something great on paper can still flop.
Right.
There's a chance that the build that I have going right now on paper looks great, but it might flop. That's just the reality of it. It does happen from time to time. But everything's fixable, right? And one thing I think about in this argument of built versus bought, eventually you reach a level of success in your life where you might have cut your own grass for years, but it gets to a point to where you become so busy running whatever business it is or doing whatever job it is you do, you don't have the time to give up to cut your own grass. It makes more sense to pay the next guy who has better equipment that's going to do a far better job to do it.
We call that time value of money.
Yes, and we all want to get there. And the people that say like, oh, you bought that, you didn't build it, blah, blah, blah. Dude, as long as you're giving credit where credit's due and you're shouting out the person that put in the time and effort in your build, I see nothing wrong with buying a build or paying somebody to build your stuff for you. If we didn't pay people and if we didn't purchase our product from companies, this hobby's not going to grow. It would be very still. So I'm appreciative of the fact that we got people out there like Jakar and Powerhouse and Loud Grandpa doing these great enclosures.
There's going to be more coming around, I've been blessed locally with some people who are going to be starting up doing fab work and doing enclosures and custom like cages and stuff, So
the amount of money that I would have had to have spent to buy skill saws, saw horses, all the tools that it took Josh at Powerhouse Customs to build my wall, I would have been in it for way more than it would have costed to just pay him to build the wall for me.
Right.
And then who's to say it would have came out as good as Josh did it too if I did it myself? Probably wouldn't have.
So the consensus pretty much, guys, I haven't really been reading the chat too much, but the consensus between us is, I'd pretty much rather have somebody who has the skill set to build that enclosure, that cage, whatever, nail it, get it done. And then, if you want to do like Kualana said, if you want to do the beauty part of it, you know what I mean? As far as running your own wires and stuff like that, you go right ahead and do it. But as far as building that structure itself, I think we're all pretty much agree that it's just 100 times easier to have somebody who has the time, the tools, the knowledge to do it than risk it yourself.
There's also a sense of pride too that comes from having someone else do your build, because I'm really proud to say that Josh is doing my build. Like I like the fact that people are going to see my build and know Josh Kingsmore did it, and I'm proud to hype him up as being the guy that designed it and built it. Now, on the flip side of that, if I did it all myself, I'd be much more likely to, not take credit because it's probably a turd in comparison. Like you want to take credit for some of the other work, but not my own personal work. But what's funny about that is, and I think this is true for Josh Kingsmore too, because I've seen him do it. When I do work for other people, like if someone's build is here at my house and they have me doing some kind of work for them, I take way more pride and care in doing it for them. But when it's my own stuff, and I've seen Josh do this exact thing, I rush it just to get it done for a show. I don't take the same amount of time to do it because in my mind, I'm like, I'm just going to rip it out and do it again.
Yeah,
because it's the final product. But seeing Josh and the time, if you give him the time, you leave your build with him, he's going to be out there day in and day out, just touching up every little detail, and it goes a long way.
Oh, it goes a huge way. It's a big deal.
And
Okay.
all it takes is that one big build from somebody to present it out there to show them what they can do. And then next thing you know, it's kind of like word of mouth. Yo, this guy did this. They did this, and then all of a sudden, everybody just kind of it's like flies on poop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just hovers around to them, and there's work, never-ending work. People want stuff. You're in demand.
The funny part about building an enclosure or a large build is, and I've seen Kualana do this, and I'm guilty of it too. You'll come to a point in doing the work yourself that you come up to like a roadblock. And to people that don't build all the time, you come to that roadblock and it's like the dead end. There's no going, like you can't do anything from here. You just panic, right? But these builders who do it for a living or know what they're doing, they don't see a problem. They immediately start thinking of solutions because they have experience. They have the tools to correct the issues. Whereas I know me and Kualana, we're just like, oh crap, what are we doing here?
I can't think of conversations lately where I'm
the amount of
panicking.
times I called my buddy Jared to come to my house just to look at my build that I was doing and just give me advice. I relied on him heavily just to look at it and tell me what I needed to do next because I came to a roadblock.
Right. You know what's funny about that whole thing is when so I'm a little bit on the opposite end. My dad built everything, cage up, whatever. But he prides himself in not building or building everything, not buying. But the funniest part about doing that is when you'd walk out in the garage, he's like, well, so what are we doing today? I don't know. So what's that? We'll figure it out later. And it all comes together, you know?
It's all in his head.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like I would walk out there and he'd tell me something like, so how's that going to work? We'll figure it out when we get there. Like, and that's literally how it came together.
I think the root of this battle between built versus bought is like, we'll use Sean for an example, Caden's dad. Takes great pride in building his own vehicle, right? And that is amazing. And he's super humble about it. Like he doesn't come over to my house, look at the Patreon and go, dude, you're such a loser. Like you so could have built this yourself, but you chose not to. Like he doesn't do that, right? But there are some people in this industry that take things to the extreme, and because they built something that was cool, good for you. But now anybody who bought their stuff is now not as superior as you. And that's really where this debate starts and gets out of control.
This was kind of like my controversial question that I had hinted
Oh,
around.
it's ugly.
There's two different sides. You know what I mean? And obviously there is almost with every subject.
Well,
but
just like I said, well,
it's
like I said when we started this live stream, there are so many controversial topics in the audio industry that people tiptoe around. They don't want to talk about it because they don't want to upset people. I mean, will you bring guests onto the show that people don't like, and all of a sudden they don't like you now? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it does not matter what you do, what you say. You're going to make somebody upset. I don't think it's a bad thing to talk about.
Highlight Roy's comment.
Where?
The last one. The last one. As long as you're happy with your build, forget the rest. Right there. It said the best. Quote it. Quote it.
Hey, that's easy said. Is not as easy done though. And a quote that I lean on heavy, and I just saw my buddy Josh using it earlier today, is, and I've said this to you before, Jace, comparison is a thief of joy.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Never be happy if you're comparing your build to the next guy, because there's always somebody with a louder build. There's always somebody with a cleaner build. And we got some loud builds right here in the comments right now. I've seen Chris Lee in there talking for a while. We got Loud Grandpa. Those are some loud dudes that have been doing this for a long time. And if you try to compare your build to somebody like Chris Lee, the likelihood of you being satisfied or happy is slim to none.
And I want to add something. I want to add something to this too. Don't let people tell you how to spend your money because they're not the ones working for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Through that.
So
preach.
You know, like you can't listen to people who are trying to tell you how to spend your money on your shit. Like that's your stuff. That's your money. You know, they didn't put in the work. I don't even pay attention to, you know, people say, oh, well, you should have built that yourself.
Well, that's not true because I tried going with Scar and Blaine wouldn't let me.
Dude, actually, that is true. Blaine was definitely dogging Rob on this one. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember that.
Hey, in all seriousness, though, like that comparison as the thief of joy, that is really a true statement. Wait, hold on.
Are you talking about the one?
The batteries back. Listen, guys, it's the little battery that could. Nobody hate on the damn battery. Okay, it's charging. It's coming back. Anyways, I find myself, and that goes for everything in life. You know what I mean? I feel like for me, I get hit on the audio side on it like it's a double-edged sword because I'm on the business aspect of it, but also the enthusiast side of it. And so I see businesses doing successful, and then my build flops, and I see other people making extreme gains with different equipment. It's like, oh my goodness, like I'm doing it, and it sucks the life out of you. And I found myself just like getting off social media, not seeing certain content or just following a smaller circle just so I didn't experience it. Because, man, when you don't compare yourself or compare what you're doing to somebody else, done it for a longer period of time, this becomes a lot more fun. It really does.
It's
so about it, social media is an amplifier. It amplifies the extremes of everything. You either got your people that all they post are their successes and their blessings, and that's all you see about them. Or you have the reverse side of it where all they post is negativity. There's very rarely any in between. It's one of those two.
Dude, wait, you forgot a category. You forgot the I want to bang category. You got the people in I want to bang.
I just want to bang category.
You got that one too.
Well, okay, so Chris is saying competitiveness is addictive but can be damaging. I'm going to say that's two-sided. I can be competitive, but how far do I take it, right? Is it when I'm so competitive that it's all I think about every single day, and I'm just going to take on that one individual or that one build?
Everybody's your friend until you become the competition.
Ooh, well said. Well said, Blaine. We need a special dinger for when Blaine does something really awesome like that. Like
I'll download a soundboard. I got it.
Yes. I would like to move to another subject that's very closely related to being happy with what you have.
Ooh,
and I want to ask Zach and Kualana, you both have systems right now, but what is your dream build? What do you want to have in the end? Like when you've done it all, what do you see as being the peak of the mountaintop for you that you would be 100% satisfied and happy with?
So for me, if I had the money to do something like what I would like, I would say a 160 at 20 hertz would be my end goal. Okay, 160 at 20 hertz, because I like the lows. I like the wind. But 160 at 20 hertz, that's a really hard thing to do. Mm-hmm. At some point, I'd like to get there. But.
So Kualana has actually told me that you're a huge fan of really loud doors. Is that true?
He loves the loud
stunt walls.
Right. I think Zach's booth at every show.
No, I try to avoid the stunt walls.
Even my wife is in the back and I'm laughing at that one.
I may be the only bass head who has nothing but love and appreciation for a nasty stunt wall, man.
Oh, I appreciate it. I don't want to be around them without earplugs
from afar. Like
there's
I'm at
something
least
about them. I love it.
Well, back to Rob's question about what a goal would be. I don't think there's ever an end goal for me. Like I've been doing car audio since I was 15, and every time I turn around, I put a system in the car, and I think that's the end goal, and I want more, and I do whatever I can to get more. And now I'm at this point where I'm getting ready to put 615s in the build. And back when I first fell in love with car audio, I seen a walled vehicle and was like, one day I will have that when I have the financial capability to do it. And now I'm at that point in my life. Took forever, but I'm there, and I don't think this is the end. One day, something bigger will come along.
Have you seen that quote?
I feel that too, because
there was a time.
My first end goal was a 150 dB, but now that's 150 is that's so far ago, like.
Have you seen the quote that's like, there was a time in your life where what you have today was a dream?
Yeah.
What you're doing right now with your build with the 615s, at one point that was like so far out of your mind.
That was like, I could never imagine having the build that I'm about to have. Like as a kid who loved car audio and fell in love with it, like my parents always thought it was like a phase or a fad that I would go through. That like
phase, Mom.
It's not a phase, Mom.
At the TCP show, they realized that it's not going anywhere. Like I'm 36 and this is forever what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I love what
he is.
Those dreams become a reality. I think I said it. If you go back to my YouTube video where I went to to the Sundown show, like 2020, 2019 maybe. I had the Jeep and the truck. We were pulling it into the racetrack coming around the bend, and the Patriot, i.e. the Warthog back then, was in front of us, pulling in right in front of us, and I'm on the back of the trailer, and I literally said, I want something like that to an extent. And I remember how excited I was to see that build, and when I got my demo, I said, I want that one day. You know, manifest is what they call it.
Everybody in here then, if I can ask one. So for me, the first time that I realized that what I'm doing is bigger than what I thought it was, and that other people enjoy what I do and the build, was at TDH last year. I do TikTok, and when a bunch of kids were coming up and like, look, man, I love what you're doing. Like, I follow your build, and my parents finally bought me a subwoofer for the bedroom, and like, can you tell me how to hook it up? Like, it made me realize that like it's bigger than just the build, you know, like everybody else enjoys it. When was the first time any of you guys, like with your build, was like, hey man, like this is it, like this is fun, people love it, now I'm officially addicted to this, I can't turn away from it now?
So
for me, like you know, I have people come up to me at shows and be like, oh, I love your music, I love your rebase music, and I'm just like, oh cool, thanks. But you know, it kind of it does hit me somewhere emotionally, because it's like, you know, I've been doing this for so long, and it's just cool to see people appreciating, you know, what I'm doing and stuff. And but I don't know.
I have two memories, but one really stands out a little bit more to me because it changed my perspective on a really controversial individual in car audio, and I told him this directly. When at Sundown the second year, no, it'd have been let me think here. I don't think we took the Patriot the first year to Sundown. Yeah, we did. We did take it the first year I owned it. We went to the Sundown show, and it was the first time I felt overwhelmed with people wanting to talk to me, you know, interact. I had EXO there talking to me. Other people were sitting there waiting, and I felt overstimulated for the first time.
That's great.
And it was a great experience, but at the same time, I was like, oh my goodness, my head was throbbing, right? Because I couldn't be what I always said I wanted to be. I wanted to interact with everybody, you know, be that guy where everybody gets my attention the whole 9 yards. And it changed my perspective on people like JP and stuff like that, who've got a social media following 10x the size of mine, and gets a bad rap for, you know, poor, you know, in-person experiences and whatnot. And it literally clicked on me. When I was in there talking to EXO, I just thought to myself, I can only imagine what he's got to go through. You know, somebody at way larger scale than I ever could imagine. And I'm feeling this overwhelmed. How could he felt? That was my first time I had ever felt, wow, this is real. This is happening. You know, so that's mine.
So for me, it's I think it's kind of corny to say it, but somebody in the comments brought it up. They said you feel validated, and I think where I feel the most, I guess not complete, that's not the word for it, satisfied. Initially, it was I want a loud, windy build. Like I want that. What that guy has over there is what I want for myself. And I've had those loud builds, I've had the windy builds, but over the past probably year and a half, I found that going to shows and just socializing with like-minded people has been a huge part of it, more than just the music. And my wife has noticed that too. When she went to Ruckus, that's her first. Actually, no, she's been to TDH a few times, but she went to Ruckus. We took her build, and I got to just walk around and hang out. That experience of just getting to hang out with people that are like-minded. We're all a little bit off, right? We're spending
yes.
this amount of time on vibration. Like, really?
Yeah.
It's awesome to get to surround yourself with people like that.
You don't feel like they're looking at you like you're speaking Chinese.
Right.
Yeah. It's like one of us, when you see somebody, even if you don't know them, if they have a build there, you already have so much in common. So you know you're going to have something to talk about. And it's just nice to know there's that many other people out there that are like that. And it seems like every show I've been to, it's just such a good vibe. Like everyone just in such a good mood. They're happy to be there. They're excited to show you what they brought, and they're excited to see what you brought. Like it's just
until one of your haters walks past you at a show and gives you very dirty looks. Only then does it get awkward.
No, it's not awkward. I love it. When it's people that don't like me and I don't like them, I'm a spiteful person. I love it. I
give him a little wink action.
There's people out there that can't stand me because I'm sponsored by Liberty Base, and he's giving me everything for my build for free. They can't stand it, you know?
Some people they're jealous that they don't get that same love, man. I understand. Hey, listen, I don't mean to interrupt this beautiful conversation, but Big Jeff is told Caden to pull up the BJ68 off of his website, which is right here, and he wants to give one away.
Whoa!
He wants to give one away.
Polarity tester. Oh, a tone generator, too.
Well, good.
So that is pretty nice. That's a very generous giveaway. Man, we got away. We sold some B2 tonight. We sold a little mini sub tonight, and now we're giving away a tone generator. This is awesome.
Well, good. Put a wheel up for 5 minutes, and I can talk for 2 of them.
All right, let's do it. Get that wheel going. Shout out to Big Jeff. Also, side note, if you guys win these giveaways, you are reaching out to Big Jeff directly. You are telling them that you watched the stream, you entered the win. Timestamp it, get all that information. Blaine jots that information down, and when Big Jeff calls me to verify, I give him the names according. So, just as a heads up.
Yeah, don't be a weirdo calling and say you won for free stuff, man.
Because we've had that happen. Let's not make that a habit.
We will literally clown you.
And it was Rob. I'm not going to sugarcoat
it. But anyways, you know what? It's funny that Kualana asked that question because it segues me into like a couple pictures that I sent Caden. Because mine was in 2020 when I had just got the mini truck up and playing. I had 2 X12s and I was up in Nashua, and I was just kind of real quiet. I was trying to get things going and trying to meet people up in this area. You know what I mean? And I had a couple dudes come up to me, you know, and I could just tell that they've been in the game for a little bit. So they get in the mini and stuff, and just instantly it was like, hey, why don't you try this and try to do that? You know, a guy named John Barwell and John Manny Rebello. And they have just, I've watched them. I've progressed, but not to the level that I've seen other people around me progress. You know what I mean?
And
these two are like doing builds, like cage builds and stuff now that are going to be coming out that are just insane. You know, and that's kind of why I asked. I was like before about that questions about built and bought, you know, because you want somebody who's going to do quality work and accept and it's hard to explain.
But it makes it hard when you see other people around you accelerating at such a faster rate, and then you go, "What am I doing?"
What am I doing?
I struggle with that every time. Yep. But honestly, yeah, and you know what? Well, that's that too. But I will tell you that's also been my biggest move here because somebody else is doing it. I need to figure it out myself. Obviously, I am doing something wrong. Either I'm not working hard enough, not gotten enough jobs, I don't have enough, whatever it may be. You got to figure it out. You know, I mean,
you know what I have found though, since being involved deeper into the car audio community, is that I've learned more within the last 5 years than I learned on my own, like being a basshead before that. And it's like I found a family, you know, like I was solo dolo for the longest. Here and there, you'd meet a few bassheads along the way, but you never really had anybody that you could share this passion with, like Rob was saying, and being able to talk to somebody about it who understands what you're talking about, and you guys could pop ideas. It's really helped progress my knowledge base, and I'm only still learning every day. I mean, it's a great thing, this community that we've got.
I also think it helps you to stay away from the bad of audio too. You know, being around those good people that share those same values as you, I think everybody kind of keeps everybody grounded and away from what can become the wild side of this industry. So I enjoy that side of it too. Friendships go a long way.
You meet a lot of people in this hobby that they are using car audio as an escape from so many demons, whether it be things happening in their personal life, addiction, anything, right? Car audio brings joy. It keeps them distracted from something else. Because an idle mind wanders, and car audio keeps that mind from wandering too far.
You know, me and my wife just had this conversation tonight. She was like, I wish your hobby would make you more money because you spend so much on it. And I was like, it's not the money that I'm looking at for. It brings me peace of mind. It's like you hear it all the time, bass therapy, right? Like when I got my build playing, if I had a hard day at work, the first thing I do when I come home is undress from my work clothes, put on relaxation clothes, get in the build, and go for a drive.
But he's butt naked. He's sitting in his driver's seat, and he is driving to clear his mind. Do not let this man fool you.
Jason. You gotta go right on the port, dude. You gotta feel that 20 hertz.
I don't want any cushion between my butt and that seat. So we're barebacking this thing, and it's going down.
Never getting in that build. Joking.
When you get into his build, you get a Clorox wipe.
Hey, highlight Tyler Moore's comment because I think that speaks volumes, pun intended, for a lot of people. Can't afford therapy, but I've never seen someone sad or been sad slinging 20 hertz.
Yep. Exactly. Whenever those subs are going, man, and everything, the air's moving, you ain't thinking about nothing else.
It's like Ben Diesel says, that 10 seconds or less, I'm free.
For those 10 seconds, I'm free. And so for those 10 seconds, I'm freaking clipping the shit out of my equipment. Nothing else matters.
I dare you to find a photo of me at a car audio show where I'm not smiling, but I guarantee you can find a bunch of videos and photos of me not at a car audio show, probably not smiling.
Listen, Tyler's comment really resonates too with that statement. He cannot afford therapy. That really does explain why he also runs Scar Audio.
Hey, whoa! He made a.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Until those subs are installed and playing, I'm going to give him a hard time on the Scars. Although I will say, one of the
equipment he can't afford to rebuild it now. All the money spent on JP amps and
barely afford therapy, let alone the equipment. Come on now.
Hey, Kualana, we got B2 Audio in here noticing the drip that you're wearing right now.
Got that fire
shout out to B2 Audio. I won this on the Liberty Based podcast that one day, and they were super quick to get this out to me. My new favorite hoodie. I wear this all the time.
So see,
you were upset about the second spin.
Anyone could be a winner in here.
I wish I won the second spin, but apparently we can't win twice, but our name is still on the wheel, Caden.
Look, man, when he entered too many times, I can't take them off.
Hey, listen,
I didn't make that rule up, first of all.
I'm just throwing it out here that I sell B2 Audio, and I don't even got a freaking hoodie yet. Okay?
Wait, you sell B2 Audio?
You didn't know that, Blaine?
Let's freaking go! I remember, as soon as Jay sells B2 Audio, Blaine, I'll send you two 2-inch speakers.
20
I'll
minutes
send you my
ago.
address.
20 minutes ago,
brother. I didn't even know that.
20 minutes ago, I literally said we just sold a B2 Audio 2-inch RC sub to a guy by the name of Alan.
That's right, you did, and I was.
Yeah. Now it's all making sense now.
It's all coming together now.
Let me get this quick reload in here. So, AK, we ready to spin that wheel, dog?
Working on it.
Okay.
Boy, young Jamie is really taking his time tonight.
Dude, my PC crashed.
Whoa. Is Liberty Base not getting you a nice enough PC?
Oh, man. I don't want to speak about it. My paycheck's been late this week.
Jeez,
my paycheck's been late this week. I just
inflation, my boy.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I keep catching these strays.
You know, we'll make it one day, though, I believe.
Oh, my goodness. That's funny.
We'll all have a lot of
Jimmy, you're too nice. You're too nice of a guy, Jimmy. No
hey,
way.
I am curious. Hey, I am curious. How many people are holding up buying audio equipment until the tax time sales?
That's a great.
Well, me.
I'm sure a lot of people. I'm sure.
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. I've gotten a lot of messages about when we're starting ours. And I don't want to start it too early and end it too soon. But, like, I know everybody's getting ramped up for it. And I'm low-key excited about it.
I can't wait to see the big builds that are coming out.
Dude, we have sent some spicy builds out to people. And not sponsored. These are real customers, okay? Not like Rob, the outliers, okay? But
hey, I just want to say, for clarification, for those that might not have caught the sarcasm, I am not sponsored by Liberty Base.
Oh, we're not. You don't want to keep this going?
I do have some friendship hookups. Don't get me wrong, but I do not have a full ride scholarship to Liberty Base. Okay, I don't. So I did pay for my equipment. He did not just start sending me stuff. I wish maybe one day. And when that happens, I will let the world know that
there will be a social media post.
Yeah.
Tax sales are better than Black Friday. That's awesome. I like hearing that. That gets me fired up.
I thought that meant greater than.
That's what he said.
The alligator's eating it. Yes, it's better. Like the alligator chose to eat that.
But it's not better. It's greater than.
Better greater
would
than.
Just be written better. That symbol means greater than.
Fishbowl is telling you not to lie, Rob. I didn't want to say it out loud, but
Fishbowl knows what's
Tyler's
up.
calling Cap too.
Hey, listen, Fishbowl can't talk. I'm pretty sure his spinning hubcap centers or whatever they call them have Jakar etched into them. Okay, we're talking to a guy who's got a full sponsorship from Jakar. Those don't come easy.
Oh my goodness.
Pull me up. If it was
Are
done.
we ready to do this wheel, baby? Here we
Yep.
go.
Let's go.
Wow, an awful lot more than my stupid stickers. Thanks.
Nuh-uh.
guys.
There's only 5 more. Only 5 more,
Oh.
actually. Alrighty, let's win this.
Spin that thing. Who's gonna win?
I got the keys. Keys to the city. Yeah. Oh. Jay.
Caveman.
Jay Janelle.
Jay Janelle.
He
With
is
the win.
single Hertz like king. You got.
Dude, I met him for the first time last year at Ruckus, and he blew my mind in that build at
Yeah.
6 hertz. I was like, "What the heck is going on here?"
When you're around his truck, like the atmosphere is like different.
I
But
thought I
when
was gonna
it's
float out of the sea.
It's so low. You're like, what's really kind of going on? You know what I mean?
Okay, so Jimmy put Jason I can't afford to sponsor Rob because he'll change his mind as soon as the build is done. Probably a valid point to be made there. Well, dude, listen, we've got NSV6s going to him. He just got SDDNs. He just did ZV6s. All those JP amps he got from us as well. I mean, dude, it just never ends with this guy. He's just lean, mean buying machine, you know?
Your guys' tax dollars are being well spent.
Okay, congratulations to Jay. Listen, all you got to do is reach out to Big Jeff. Let him know that you watch this. Give him your name, the whole 9 yards. Blaine has written it down.
I'll take care of it. I'll be the middleman for those.
Yep.
Hey, when you reach out to Big Jeff, make sure you're reaching out to his, I think, personal page, not the business page. Because if you get the business page, it might be vice versa, the other way around.
I got his personal number.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I just know that sometimes people have a hard time depending on which one they're trying to get a hold of.
No, I'm lying. I'll probably
Ring,
get
ring.
scammed.
All right, listen, guys. I freaking love you guys. This is an amazing stream.
Hey, don't go soft now.
I'm just telling you
Okay,
guys. I'm
soft
feeling a
now.
type of way. I'm
Do we need
feeling
to
a
bring
type
up
of way.
the baseball bat topic again? Like, don't get
No,
all soft.
I think we should end the stream before that.
Well, time
Then
out.
we
It
can
looks
talk
like
about
Caden down here has his baseball jersey on. What's up with that?
No,
Let's see it.
Hey, look, man. Like,
George,
Yeah, it's booming. What's
George
84?
wanted to give something away last
It's
week, so
a
we told it for this week.
special number.
Or we said we would do it on the Declue
Okay.
podcast, and we never did.
Oh, the swag pack.
Yep, George
I
wanted
think
to give it away, and we forgot to do it on the Declue show. So it's only right that we give it away now if he wants to.
Get that wheel back up, LD.
It's a
Let's get it rolling.
declusive. It's an extra declusive swag pack.
We really need to trade. We really need to trademark that. I really think that
Let's
needs.
go.
While we have Zach and Kualana on here, I know you guys have had quite a bit of guests on your show. Who's a guest that you guys have had that we might not have had that we should consider getting on here? Like, who's an interesting character?
Benjamin Barnett. Have you guys had him on here yet?
Yeah.
Yep, had him on.
Have you had John Hart from Audio Ace?
Yep.
Yep, early on. We're at the point now. I think we need to start running part twos. Like, start getting them back on because it was a year ago. I mean, seriously, that's what's crazy about this is it's been a year.
I say that we eventually here for a couple shows, we pull out some of these people who just really aren't known and let them on here and talk about what their plans are coming and what they have and you know, kind of like who they looked up to and stuff like that. No,
there is a kid in the chat right now. I don't know if he's still in here that I think we should do that for, and his name is Cameron. And John Hart has been working with him on his build. He's got a Tahoe with a bunch of Audio Ace subs. Super nice kid, young kid. I want to say he's like 18, 19.
Oh, Caden.
I see him at a lot of shows. He loves the car audio, and he's trying to make a name for himself with a big build. And I see him in the comments all the time supporting the show. So that would be a name I'd throw out there. I don't think he's super well known yet, but he's going to be.
I have a name or two that I'd throw out.
Let's do it. Cool. I think we definitely need to do that. Give the people a voice.
Yes.
I love it.
Give them a platform that they can always go back and look. Hey, we were on Liberty Base Shop, you know. I learned that you can't lick your own elbow. You know what I mean?
I will say the next guest I really want. Well, I have one in the works. It's going to be really amazing. I just can't bring up the details yet. That's like my dream one, but I really want Andy. Our schedules do not line up very well to do one, but I want Living Loud with Andy on this podcast so freaking bad.
Andy's
we had him on. We had him on a couple weeks into ours. He's a pretty good guest to have. He's very knowledgeable about podcasts in general, so it helps out.
And he's just one of the coolest dudes too. You talk to him and he's just mad chill.
Yeah. There's Cameron Scott right there. He's back in the chat.
Cameron Scott, we're going to bring you on this live stream.
We see you, brother. We see you.
That's going to happen.
Yep. You a big platform to talk about your build, and I know you love to talk about it because it's a nice build, man. I've seen it. I've heard it. It's pretty impressive.
Let's go.
By the way, we are at 60 viewers right now. Hour and 35 minutes in, and we are going strong.
Do you think we could get 15 more in like 10 minutes for a T-shirt? Or are you ready to X-nay on the
I think they missed the ball in this one.
Oh, you guys missed?
We asked.
Right. I tried, guys.
I do want to say this right now that if you guys need any music rebased, don't flood his email. Do not flood his messenger. Buy a USB and make it happen.
I also do custom edits. If anybody wants custom songs made specifically for their own systems, those are $25 a piece, or I do $5 for $100. And those, like,
hey, you can use my name Kualana and save some money at djdirtybass.com.
And you can tell me, like, you'll put in your frequency range, you'll put in your peak frequency, and I'll make the song specifically for your system. However you want it.
So he hasn't said this yet, but I know that I've been communicating him, telepathically. He's going to make us some Liberty-based USBs that we can start selling with the boys' favorite songs on there. And
we can do that.
We'll
have like 5 songs.
That way you guys have 5 of the best freaking songs ever made by DJ Dirty Bass. In my opinion. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be a collection of all the boys' favorite songs, and I think it'd be really smart to do that. But
that's a real good idea.
It's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, we can make a Liberty-based playlist. I'm fine with that.
I'm a 90s boy, so I love my old school.
Well, don't worry. Okay, we just got to make Jace's song. It just needs to be Jace's song because it's only going to be one.
Just give me like an independent folder.
The rest of them are just going to be like Liberty-based, and then you got Jace's song.
We're not going to forget your giveaway, George. We see you.
Shoot,
get the way back up. He said, "Don't forget me."
I get sidetracked. I'm sorry.
We're all just having a good time.
Okay, wait. Blaine was yelling at Caden earlier, and we're not gonna let that go. Hold on.
What did I do?
No.
Why are you bringing up old poop?
No. You did fine.
Okay.
Daniel earlier said, "How do you get on those giveaways you're doing?" It looks like my name wasn't on there. So Facebook is by far the best way to enter in onto these giveaways. But we are looking at a way to get YouTube to be linked up in the same way we're doing it on Facebook. So right now, as of this week, Facebook. Next week, if you like watching on YouTube, which I prefer YouTube, it's all everybody sees all the comments a little bit easier there. You guys can eventually get in on this as well, just as a future reference. I know Jason's favorite song. That's easy. It's the Team Anthem. How did you know?
Dub Team DMD, man.
So this giveaway is for a badass swag pack from Audio Ace, and it's from George Mora in the chat. He's the one. He's been wanting to give this stuff away for like 2 weeks now. It's been burning a hole in his pocket. So whoever gets that,
here we go.
And you will have to reach directly out to George for this as a friendly reminder.
I see my name twice on there, back to back.
Back to back.
Am I even on there?
If you liked.
I don't see my name.
Yeah. Hayden.
What is it?
Wow. I was right in the middle.
Melissa Marie, congratulations.
Melissa just won. We should we are working on a calendar for libertybassshop.com. And I'm not just gonna put the shows we are attending, but I'm working on it to where it shows everybody's events. Okay. We are working about it. That is not the first time I've got that comment, and I actually have somebody working on it. It has just been a pain because I don't want to name names. Liberty Bass Showdown doesn't have it lined up yet and hasn't posted it to the public. Slamology. And like other shows, I haven't gotten there yet. So It's coming, I promise, because it is my biggest gripe. In my family, you know, and when I say family, I'm also referring to Caden's family as well. We all do everything together. And the family group chat is
No, we have a family group chat, all right?
There is a family group chat, and then there is a messenger family group chat. We separate them.
Dude.
But we always ask each other.
I'm sorry.
This isn't the first time you hurt Blaine's feelings tonight, okay?
It wasn't me.
That was definitely you the first time.
Bring it a hug.
Oh, come on. Hug it out right here on stream. Hug it out.
There we go.
That's...
Whoa!
Okay. Yeah. And I was the one who was doing too much. Okay.
Woo! And we just got 100 viewers.
Fake kissing is too much, and you're running around with an aluminum bat?
He's got a point, Rob. He's got a point. What's more acceptable in 2020 or 2025?
You know, one of those kids might grow up to be Hitler or something. You're doing the world a favor, Blaine.
All right, on that note, Liberty Day Shop. It's been great.
In all seriousness, we understand that you guys want to have a good show schedule so you can make plans, schedule dates off. We know what it's like, and we're going to try to make it as easy for you guys as possible. With that being said, huge thank you to Zach and Kualana. Kualana, I'm going to get better at it. Thank you guys so much for coming on to This Week in Audio.
Thanks for having us, man.
Means the world to me. Again, DJ Dirty Bass for all your dirty edits that you need done. They're the best in the game. That's who I play in the Patriot. That's who Kane uses. That's who Blaine uses. And that's what clean edits. They're not going to blow your crap up unless you're a degenerate like we are. Okay. They're super smooth. Again, thank you guys so much for coming on. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m., you guys can watch us here. I think every Wednesday, unless we have special guests on like last week and we do it Friday. Blaine, you're laughing at me. What do you got to say, huh? No, go ahead, Blaine. I'm trying to get this outro done, and now you're making me stutter.
I know. You want to? I don't really want to leave, man. I'm really enjoying everybody in the chat. You know, everybody's just kind of vibing. But
I will say this is the first time I've wrapped up a live stream, and the viewer count didn't tank right away. It is holding at 55 strong, and it is pretty
crazy.
Funny. You guys must have loved hearing us yap.
There's a bunch of Venezuelan bots. I'm on to you, Jace.
Dude, hey, I know how to grind, baby. I know how to make this crap happen. If you don't hate the player, hate the game. That's all I got to say there. I do want to ask a question before I wrap this up. Do you guys like the more serious live streams, or do you like the more laid back? What is Taylor Swift rank on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you guys like a little bit? You know, like
the baseball bats.
My baseball bats.
I think
it's been a fun podcast. I think this is right up my alley. I've watched this all day.
We've done a little bit of everything on this podcast tonight. We've had the serious conversations. We have the quotable things. We've had the out there conversations.
Dude, what was it the last time we were ranking fast food? I mean,
that was a big hit.
Perfect. And everybody is saying a little bit of mix.
Mix them up.
I like it. That's what we're going to start doing in the future. I do think we're going to do a game show, though. I do think that'd be hilarious.
And can I ask, does everybody like the first 5 minutes of our live stream? Because I know Jace is paying that guy quite a bit of money to do that stuff.
Hey, that is the truth. Okay.
You know, I heard it somewhere before, though. It might be copyrighted, man.
I will say.
We'll find out in about 22 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So we did do intro music, and that got copyright strike. Even if we got it from a source that said it's not copyright, and we linked everything, did all the right procedures, still got copyright strike. Then Blaine has a fantastic idea of reading a Chinese menu for 5 minutes for the intro. Foolproof. You guys enjoy it. It's pretty comical. We're laughing backstage. What could go wrong? The stream ends, and some company copyrighted us because they own the rights to that quote-unquote Chinese menu. I'm not even kidding. We have emails.
Facts.
It's the truth. So then last week, Blaine read, I don't remember what you read.
Facts, I think it was.
No, it wasn't facts. It was meanings of words.
Meanings of phrases.
Yes, that got copyrighted straight. That being said, now we did fun facts this week. If that gets copyrighted strike, we're out of options, and we're just going to do something completely off the walls. Okay?
Oh, we're never out of options.
Bro, I need to hire a SoundCloud rapper to do an intro for us.
You'd probably
You
still
know
get
I can
copyrighted.
freestyle.
Bro, Blaine, if we can make, oh my goodness.
I don't know if I can do it 5 minutes. You might get a good.
We've got a guy that
minute and a
is
half out of me.
that can remake stuff for us, okay? What do you need from us, from Blaine, to give us a solid beat and so he can rap? Like, how do we do this?
I don't really make beats. I just kind of modify what's already existing. But
So you're telling me if I beatbox in the background,
I
you
can
do
extend
something?
it. Yeah, I can extend it, make it longer. But
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Little.
Blaine, would you hurry up and get Paul's subs? He's in the comments. He's upset. He said if you would just answer his calls. He's been trying to reach you. You're not answering his calls.
I'll
very hard to
have
get.
my people get with your people.
That's good. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm now holding or AI, Jace. Oh, we could do AI, but can I get it in Blaine's voice? I need it in Blaine's voice. I feel like the only way this works is if it is in Blaine's voice and he is dropping hard bars.
You could probably
Well,
take a sample.
Very hard, but
Whoa.
they'll be bars.
You could take a sample of his voice and upload it to I think Chat GPT, and you can have it rap as him. Yeah.
Yep, we know what we're doing.
Okay, I'm really gonna need help with this because it's getting out of my wheelhouse.
That would be a question to set that up for my wife because she does all the AI stuff for me. So
we need to do this, Blaine. I'm telling you right now, it would be original. It
Blaine's
can't be
gonna forget
copyrighted
about us.
striked. You can't.
It
Well,
will be.
I'll start
Watch still
copywriting my own
get hit with
videos,
copyright.
dude. I'll be ticked.
Blaine's the one that's doing it. He's like, that's mine.
Dude, I mean, what would? Oh my goodness, what kind of genre would we do? Would we do like?
I'll be
Jazz.
Nah, it needs to be something hard.
Non-Harry Mack.
I'm no Harry Mack.
These guys need to do a barbershop quartet intro.
Yeah.
A what?
A barbershop quartet intro with all the Liberty Bass guys.
Oh hell, now that's ingenious.
Wow.
I'll get the little whistle.
We need to end it. We got to go.
Bro, could you imagine a remix? I need to pull up the lyrics to WAP. And,
No, you don't.
No, we don't.
And how can Blaine repurpose that into something about Liberty Base?
if y'all do like an AI intro or whatever, I can rebase it. I actually rebased an AI song for somebody last week.
Really?
Yeah,
Now,
I've done all kinds
I liked
of.
a lot. A sweet young thing. I swear it's hot. Says she wanted me to be her guy, so I took that chance. Gave it a try. Bought these and everything like there was nothing to it. But Hayden kept saying, Blaine, don't do it. See, I was so blind and couldn't see that Robert was running around on me. He slept with Tony.
Oh!
Whoa! Funny Mike, when I heard this, I was so upset just to hear Robert's name, man. I regret that I even took the time to spend the time. I'll finish this rhyme.
Woo!
Wow.
Did somebody hit record on that?
Dude, I got all that on camera, and I'm telling you right now, I don't need AI.
I'm making okay. That's it. I'm making a stunt wall, and we all know what I'm playing.
I'm sorry. That is now happening. No more fun facts. We're getting Blaine to drop freaking bars at the intro of these live streams, and DJ Dirty Bass will rebase it so we can crank it up in our stereo systems. This is happening. Holy.
As long as it's got a musical beat to it, I can. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be fire.
This is gonna be amazing.
Oh my goodness.
But like I said, I've done all kinds of weird stuff, man. I did the SpongeBob intro theme song. I did the duck song, like Kualana mentioned the bear song earlier. I've done all kinds of weird stuff. I've done stuff from video games.
I want that at 20.
Blaine, I think Blaine is secretly Vanilla Ice, just the older version. I think that's who we just met right there. Blaine has an alter ego, and it's Vanilla Ice.
I can also yo-yo very well. That's a trait that I don't tell people a lot.
5 minutes straight of Blaine rapping and yo-yoing. That would be diabolical.
Blaine does look like one of those old school 90s yo-yo guys.
Just saying, you guys haven't tapped into the Blainester yet. I'm talking about to myself in the third person.
Dude, the music video is a yo-yo video, and he is dropping hard bars.
As he's casually yo-yoing, doing tricks with it.
He does something hard. He sounds like a hard bar or something like that. It's like a close-up of him like spinning the yo-yo like right in front of his face or something like that.
Next time I see Blenda's show, I am asking him to rap again.
Dude, no, we are doing this serious because he can drop bars, and if we do it seriously, it could be awesome.
Dude.
I'm making this happen.
I'm a 50-year-old moron from New Hampshire.
You imagine we get copyrighted for that, though?
I am now, when this thing ends and we are backstage, my first Google thing is AI rap voice sampler, and we're going to make this happen.
We get set up.
Dude, I'm making this happen. With that being said, guys, this week in audio never ceases to amaze me, and it's always something interesting. I love you guys so much. Again, check out these guys' live stream Tuesday nights at
6 p.m.
6. Base Rock Podcast. Yep.
My apologies. Every Tuesday, make sure you check out those guys' stream. And then every Wednesday night at 7 p.m., make sure you guys check out This Week in Audio. We always try to have a good time and make it enjoyable for you guys. Until next week, peace out.